And this is a very important game, Brian, passing for both of these squads. Mississippi State trying to improve their seeding, not only in the SEC, but in the NCAA tournament as well. The Crimson Tide of Alabama trying to get back in the minds of some, stay in the minds of others as a 1 seed, but also trying to give themselves a chance in these final 2 weeks at winning a share, or no less than that, of the SEC title.
Yeah, as good as this league is, you absolutely never know, even though you're going to need some help to win an SEC regular season title. Not out of the question with as many hard games for so many teams that are left. Alabama has the most difficult remaining schedule in college basketball to compete for an SEC regular season title and potentially get a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. You have to win this one tonight. You got to win some more, obviously, but it starts tonight against a really good Mississippi State team. And Alabama was fortunate to get the first one in Starkville. Josh Hubbard, a career night, 38 points. He was so good in that one. Alabama's got to do a great job defensively against their all-SEC guard. Hopefully Chris Youngblood could put together a similar performance. 7 for 10 from the three-point line. He ended up with 23 points. It was his best game at that time to date in an Alabama uniform. He's been really good ever since. Alabama needs to do the job defensively and take care of the ball against Mississippi State, #2 in the SEC in steals. And the last 3 games, Alabama has had rough starts, down double digits in each of the last 3. Got to start off strong here tonight.
Start off strong and finish strong. Bama baseball did both. They got 16 in the first 2 innings. They wind up winning 20-11 over Jacksonville State. It's Bama versus Mississippi State on the hardwood as the tap is controlled by no one. It's batted out of bounds, touched last by Nwoko for Mississippi State. The Dogs wearing black uniforms tonight with a white lettering. Bama the home white with crimson, as the ball will be inbounded side court by the Crimson Tide. 2 seconds have ticked off the clock. You hadn't missed anything so far if you're just joining us. Into the corner, Bama will work it to Amore. Clifford looking out high to the big man. They'll work it into the left corner. Sears, 3, too strong. Amore fighting for a loose ball. We got a tie-up, and the arrow will favor Mississippi State, but good to see Cliff come in and really force the tie-up, because that looked like it was going to be a State rebound right from the very beginning.
Yeah, Alabama got a great look from one of the best shooters in the SEC. Mark Sears in the corner all alone, a little strong with it.
Here comes State with a basketball front court. Hubbard giving it off to Kugel. Riley Kugel working against Mark Sears. Kugel gives it back to Hubbard near side. He'll work off the screen. An open 3, hits off the back iron, no good. And here's Bama the other way after the rebound from Sears. Mark dribbles it over to Nelson. Grant a dribble, a handoff to Phylon. LeBaron goes to the top of the arc, now feeds it to Youngblood. Goes into the lane, puts up a leaner that's blocked, and the rebound controlled by Mississippi State. Nwoko giving it off to Hubbard, gives it back now to Matthews, and over on the left side, they'll feed it to Melendez. R.J. Melendez to Hubbard, being chased by Phylon. Hubbard on the drive into the paint, spins, got double team, kicks it back out. Matthews all over for 3, he knocks it down, and State takes the early advantage.
Yeah, that's a shot that you don't mind Mississippi State taking. Josh Hubbard, a great 3-point shooter, but this is a Mississippi State team that struggles from the 3-point line. Cam Matthews just a 20% 3-point shooter, but knocks it down.
Bama for 3, and a chance for 4. Chris Youngblood knocks home the first points of the night for Bama, a bank first 3-pointer. Youngblood, the Tuscaloosa native, knocks down the 4-point play. And Bama the 1-point advantage. 4-3 over the Bulldogs. Glad you're with us here in Tuscaloosa tonight. State with it front court. Hubbard playing off a screen, a double screen. Brings it to the right wing. They kick it in the corner to Matthews. Fakes a 3, drives into the lane. A bounce pass on the right side to Nwoko. Spinning to his right. Gets the hook to go. Man, that was more like a throw rather than a hook. But it went in nonetheless, and State takes a 5-4 advantage. Here's Sears over to Nelson, back to Sears. Thought about a 3, hesitates, goes inside the arc, steps back, goes inside the arc, kicks it in the corner, Nelson. Pump fake, drive, lost it on the way in, taken away, and here comes State front court. Wasn't knocked away, he just seemed to lose it on the way in, as now Hubbard will drive, gets cut off, backs it out beyond the arc, gets a return feed from his guard in Kugel. Now they're working left side Matthews, and a delayed offensive foul is going to be whistled as Nelson got knocked to the deck.
Bouncing back defensively and taking the charge.
Here's Philon at the timeline, playing off of a screen, gives it up to Cliff, back to LeBaron, drives and a moving screen on Mark Sears.
But you can't extend your arms right in front of the official. They're going to call that more often than not.
Hubbard to Kugel on the far wing, drives, dishes into the paint. Matthews, leader off the window, no good. Rebounded by Cliff. He had 14 the other night. He'll give it off to Sears as Mark brings it front court. Sears takes it to the wing, backs it up to the timeline. Sears working against a defender, goes down the lane, stops on a dime, spins, throws it over to Philon. LeBaron on the drive, the flip to Sears. Mark on the drive, into the paint, gets mugged, and they'll call a travel.
It looked like a travel, a little bit of contact, and Alabama with another turnover here in the early going.
Here is Melendez giving it off. Nwoko, 15-footer, short. Rebounded again by Cliff. And Bama will come the other way. Sears taking it to the timeline. Tries to go baseline, gets cut off. Ball knocked out of bounds, touched last by Riley Kugel.
With guys
no kid
in college basketball now going from SEC to SEC school, but the transfer portal has worked out for Alabama.
Youngblood couldn't get the three to go. You're supposed to make that, Chris, so I can say, boy, has it ever. Now here comes State the other way. They just throw the ball away out of bounds.
Alabama did a good job getting back in transition defense.
Here's Philon of the drive, gets down the lane, stops, pump fake, shot up and good. Thought he was going to get an and one opportunity. Instead, it's just the field goal that gives Bama a 6-5 lead. Kugel with the basketball, driving inside the arc, goes to his left, hands it off to Keyshawn Murphy, who's checked into the game. Murphy will hand it off to Kugel. Good defense. Philon knocked it away once, almost twice, but maintained possession is State. Murphy ran out of real estate, stepped on the baseline. It'll be Bama ball when we come back to Tuscaloosa. For Mo in the corner, Nelson. Catch and shoot, three, too strong. Rebound claimed by Matthews, and the Dogs want to run. Matthews in the front court, fires it over to Kugel. He'll pull up, near wing 15-footer, no good. Rebounded weak side Stevenson, and Jaron will bring it front court now. Stevenson leaving it for Mo on the wing. Thought about it, now will bring it to his left. Keeps the dribble alive beyond the arc. Goes down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Grant thought about a three. He'll drive in, try to throw a bounce pass, batted away and stolen. Bama turns it over again here in the early going. Now it's Hubbard into the corner. Kugel all alone, three ball, no good, and neither team able to get anything done from the perimeter. Here's Bama with front court with it with Sears. 7-6, State with the early advantage. Sears working behind the back with the dribble, stops, looks, far wing for Mo. He says, I'll try it, why not?
Mo Diabate was the first Alabama player in Coleman Coliseum before the game, and what was he working on? That, the three-point shot. Got up hundreds of threes before this game ever started. Pays off as he knocks down the open look.
Another bank first three and gives Bama a 9-7 advantage. Hubbard, though, trying to answer near side. That's no good. Bad looking shot. Mo clears it. Mo bringing it ahead. Stop it on the wing. Lets traffic come by. Trying to back his way down. No. Fires it to Mark. All alone. That was a bank first threes for the Tide.
Mark was open the whole time and did a good job after not a great pass.
Hubbard, a great move, getting to the rim and laying it off the window for two.
Going back to the offensive end, Mark Sears was off balance because the pass was not on target. Put the ball down, gathered himself, and was able to knock it down.
Sears driving the lane, a blocking foul on Mississippi State as Hubbard was late.
The problem is he can make those 30-footers. I don't blame him for taking them.
Bama works it inside to Mo. Pump fake, shot, block, got it back, put it in. 14-9 as Diabate now has 5, and State will come the other way. They've made some changes. They've got Sean Jones on the floor, also backing his way down. Keyshawn Murphy staked it away by the Tide. Here comes Holloway racing to the left side, goes to the baseline, gets cut off, works it out to Mo. Back he goes to Holloway. Aiden to Mo in the paint, kicks it out. Sherrill for three, no good, and the rebound tipped out. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Alabama's Jaron Stevenson over the back of a shorter Mississippi State Bulldog.
Going out from Aiden Sherrill. And Jaron Stevenson gets called for the foul. Not a lot of contact on that over-the-back call.
Nwoko with the basketball, looking for Delquan Warren. The guard couldn't get it to him. Pivots, couldn't get it to another teammate. Now finally feeds it off near side to Murphy, trying to back his way down on Mo. Good luck with that. He'll feed it over on the right side to Nwoko. Baseline jump hook, no good. Sherrill, good defense, gets the rebound, gives it off to Holloway. That Aiden will drive, stops, top of the arc, gives it off to Sherrill. Pump fake in the lane, no good, and a foul is going to be whistled on Mississippi State.
Great job defensively by Alabama to State. He goes to the line for two.
Sherrill's first is up, and it is good to go. He had a bang-bang play. We told you Sears got fouled. It was Hubbard that committed his second. He's on the bench, has been since that time, as the free throw from Aiden Sherrill is good. He gets a pair to drop, and Bama now has a 16-9 lead. But the top scorer last game out for State is on the bench with 2 fouls with 12:09 and ticking time left here in the opening half from Tuscaloosa. Nwoko pivoting, struggling to get it to a teammate. Hands it off finally to Jones. Gives it over far side to Warren. 7 to shoot. Warren looking onto the far wing. They'll drive. They'll put up a tough baseline jumper. It's an air ball. Caught by Diabate. Now to Holloway on the left wing. Aiden looking in the corner to LeBaron. Back to Holloway. To Sherrill. Back to Holloway again. Driving, looking, ball batted away. Picked up by Mo. Had it knocked out of his hands, and that's going to be called a foul on Diabate.
What? I don't think they called a foul.
Not
it was
a foul,
out of bounds.
You're right, out of bounds on Mo. Jones and Warren. Warren with the basketball, feeding it off to Matthews. Now to Jones near side. Jones will drive across the lane, kicks it to Matthews, top of the arc. Takes 2 dribbles to his right, stops midway down the block, looks into the low post, feeds it off to Murphy. Murphy trying to post up on Youngblood. Spins, backs his way down, Walt. Got away with it? No, they did call the travel on him. So loud, couldn't hear the whistle. He threw the ball away anyway. It was going to be a steal by Grant Nelson, even if it had been called a traveling violation, but thankfully it was.
Well, it was a great job defensively by Chris Youngblood at 6'3", guarding a 6'9" center. Forced the turnover.
Here's Filon with it, center of the floor, over to Sears, near wing 3. Man, that's pretty. Mark Sears, another bank first 3, and Bama leads it 19-9.
It was pretty, and it was easy. Not something you typically see against a Christian's defense. Mark Sears wide open, knocks it down.
Warren on the drive for State, stops, kicks it back out. Near side Harris. Harris hounded by Filon, takes it to the baseline, tried to go behind the back with a pass. It kind of dribbled out, and it winds up in the hands of Warren. Warren at the free throw line, feeds it off. Layup is good for 2. Boy, State having to work for everything they get on the offensive end.
Yeah, nothing easy for Mississippi State. Alabama getting after it defensively.
Sears kicks it out. Nelson fakes a 3, gets into the paint, lays it up. No, tip, no. Rebound control by State. Bama leading it 19-11 as the Dogs come the other way.
That was a great move by Grant Nelson. Just looked like he lost his balance a little bit as he was going into his shot.
Murphy, a quick move right side, wouldn't go. Rebound tipped out, saved by Nelson, gives it off to Youngblood. Fires it ahead to Filon. LeBaron driving down the lane, tried to hand it off to Cliff. It's deflected out of bounds. Touched last by the Bulldogs.
Mississippi State has not had much on the offensive end. You know where they're going to go with Hubbard back in.
Filon with a basketball for Alabama, going to his right, drives down the lane, high out the window, no. Cliff, absolutely yes, with a follow. Throws it down, and Bama leads it by 10 again. Here's Hubbard on the floor with 2 fouls, feeds it off to Matthews. Gives it off, Harris rises, fires, misses from 3. Rebound tipped out, touched last by Chris Youngblood of Alabama.
LeBaron Filon was able to do that, and Cliff threw it down.
Hubbard with the basketball, fires a pass into the corner to Matthews. He dribbles to the wing, feeds it off at the elbow to Murphy, then hands it to Hubbard. Off balance 3, no good. Rebound tipped out long, again touched by, they say, State this time. Boy, I thought Youngblood touched it. I also thought he got shoved. They called neither. It'll be Bama basketball. Here comes Filon front court for Alabama with 9:17 and ticking time left. First half here at Coleman Coliseum. Filon on the drive, stopping, circling, back out to Sears. To Cliff, back to Mark. Mark spins off the screen, gets into the paint, stops, gets mugged, bounce pass into the corner, goes to Stevenson. Jaron fires one to Filon. All alone. 3. Knocking down another bank first 3, their 5th on 9 tries. State tries to answer. Corner, Melendez, no. Rebound tipped, and a foul's going to be whistled on Chris Youngblood of the Crimson Tide.
But can't close out the defensive possession. It was a shove right before the rebound came, and Youngblood got called for it.
Cliff and LeBaron sit down. Mo and Aiden check in for the Tide. That's Holloway. Matthews trying to back his way down against Mo. Gets into the paint. Spins. Stops. Needs help. Throws a pass to Melendez, who hits the bottom of the glass with the layup attempt, and Bama will come the other way. Sears into the front court, going downhill, going to the rack, and he will miss the layup as it was challenged, and here comes State the other way. Bama leading it by 13, 24-11. Hubbard working inside the arc, puts up a little teardrop and gets it to go.
We're going back to the offensive end. What a move by Mark Sears. Not able to finish, but got past a couple of really good defensive players.
Holloway, step back three. Too strong. Rebound tipped. Fought for it. Goes out of bounds. Wow. It went off of Jaron Stevenson. Here comes State into the front court with the dribble alive. It'll be Josh Hubbard. Feeds it off to Melendez. Driving into the lane. Layup. Literally crawled over the iron. Able to get it to go, and Bama's leads down to 9. The Tide hurries the other way, though, to Cliff at the top of the arc. Takes a dribble, gives it off to Holloway. Aiden dribbling away from a double team, weaving through traffic. Fires it over to Mark, all alone. Good night, that was pretty. Holloway to Sears for another bank first three.
Aiden Holloway looks like a Harlem Globetrotter point guard. Dribble on a string, finds his teammate Mark Sears for the wide open three.
Matthews trying to answer, can't do it. Rebound snatched out of the air by Nelson. Hands it off to Mark. Sears, front court, crosses to his right, splits defenders down the lane. Look out, train. Grant Nelson right down Main Street, throws it home. Timeout, Bulldogs. Just margin. But, man, this is a start that we haven't seen, obviously, in a while, but also a level of intensity on the defensive end. And it's not coincidental that the two are happening.
Well, and it started against Kentucky. Alabama was great on the defensive end against a high-powered offense in the Kentucky Wildcats. And defensively, so far, so good for Alabama. Slowing down the Bulldogs. But Josh Hubbard, a guy that could put his team on his back. We saw that earlier this year in Starkville.
Matthews with the basketball, kicks it over onto the far wing. They'll throw it into the low post. It's batted away and stolen. Here comes Sears the other way. Mark driving the lane, stopping on the left block, backing it out to the wing, going baseline again, flips it over his head to Nelson. Now to Youngblood. Man, is it a fun day at the office.
Great ball movement. Mark Sears got it inside. Grant Nelson had an open three, but was able to find Chris Youngblood coming off a screen in rhythm. Knocks down Alabama's 7th three of the first half.
All of them brought to you by Bank First as State goes inside, misses the layup as Cliff challenged it. Here comes Mark the other way. Sears stopping on the wing, bringing it to the top of the arc now. Flips it over to Cliff. Give it back to him. Oh, it wouldn't go, and Cliff rebounds the miss. Bama should get another try. Youngblood on the wing, looking to Cliff, back to CY. He'll try one. That's fine.
Does he love playing against Mississippi State? Had 7 threes in the first matchup, and he is hot here in the first half.
Bulldogs work it to Nwoko. Now near side they go to Kugel. He'll drive, he'll dish it off to no one. It's out of bounds.
Alabama on an 11-0 run in the last minute, 44 seconds. State hasn't scored in over 2 minutes.
Sears looking low post Nelson. Grant tried to drive. They double team, so he'll have to bring it away from traffic. 12 to shoot now as he works left side of the lane. Had it poked away. Dives on the deck to try to save it, but State comes away with it for a moment. Kugel picks it up. Now we'll flip it ahead to Matthews. Drives in, stops, lays it in for 2. Alabama loses it for the 5th time, but Nelson will run the other way. Goes in. They're going to call him for an offensive foul. Takes a seat. And Aiden Sherrill has come in. That is our 5th. So an Aiden in, an Aiden out. Here's Hubbard front court for the Tide. Flips it over for the Dogs, excuse me. They'll drive in, nearly thrown away. It was deflected, but by a State player. Phylon will bring it ahead for Alabama with the Tide on top by 18. LeBaron cut off, trying to drive right, hesitates, gives it off. Youngblood, he'll try one. Shoot fish in a barrel right now.
He wants to play Mississippi State another time. He is hot.
State tries to answer, couldn't for 3, and they're going to wave off the putback dunk as They say basket interference by Keyshawn Murphy. It was in the cylinder.
Chris Youngblood, Asian playing with so much confidence.
Phylon working between the circles. Goes left, goes right. Dumps it off inside to Mo. He'll throw it home.
I thought he should have dropped it off to Chris Youngblood. He was open at the three-point line. Both of them are layups. One counts a little bit more than the other. I don't know, maybe not the right decision, but we'll take the easy dunk from Mo Diabate.
4:15 left to go here in the opening half. It's all Bama at the moment trying to keep it going. Harris driving, dishing back outside to Murphy. He'll get into the lane, throws it up and in off the window, and I do mean throws it up and in. Clanged it in, got it to drop it. Here comes Bama the other way, up 21. Diabate on the drive, cut off, pivots, fires it over to Sherrill, to Youngblood. Bounce pass to Sherrill, into the lane, off the window and in.
That's why he was a five-star McDonald's All-American. To be able to catch that and finish at 6'11", showing you the athleticism.
Hubbard misses the runner, rebounded Stevenson. Bama ripping and running. Here comes Phylon, behind the back with a dribble, into the lane, outside Stevenson. One more to Sherrill, one more to Youngblood. Let it go, baby. Fouled, shot wouldn't go. 3 shots upcoming when we come back. 42-19. Tide rolling here in the opening half on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
What he should, letting it fly when he touches. they're all layups right now for Chris Young.
Trying to make it 45-19, and he does just that. Youngblood, a phenomenal start to this ball game. 16 points to lead the Crimson Tide. 3:20 to go in the half. Hubbard goes in high off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Mo. The shot altered by Diabate, and he gets the board. Now Stevenson with it on the wing. Jaron trying to dribble away from Hubbard, picks it up, needs help, hands it off to Mo. It's deflected out of bounds, touch last by the Crimson Tide.
Bama's really only bad possessions in this game in a long time.
State with the basketball. Jones at the free throw line. Picks it up, gives it off to Hubbard. Shot clock under 15. Now to Jones, top of the arc. His 3 is no good. Rebound fought for and claimed by Diabate. Good box out from Sherrill. Mo ran it down to the corner, and now it's Phylon bringing it to the baseline. Cut off, needs help, gives it off to Sherrill. Back to Phylon. He'll try one. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound saved by Mo in the corner, and now a rebounding foul is going to be whistled on Mississippi State.
Best team in the country when they're getting stops like this and getting out and running and creating offense off of their defense like we've seen in this one.
Youngblood in the left corner playing off the screen from Sherrill. Fires it over to Mark. Looks right, nothing there. He'll drive left. He'll kick it into the corner. Sherrill tries the 3, misses it, and the rebound snatched on the weak side by Matthews, who fires it ahead to Harris. He'll drive, he'll dish. Far corner, Melendez, 3. Good. That's the prettiest really transition opportunity we've seen from State in a long time, maybe the entire game, and it's 45-22 Alabama. Diabate tries for another 3. That one was everything but good. It was halfway down and then some, rimmed out, and here comes State the other way. Dogs on the drive. Hubbard fires it back to Melendez, right corner. This 3 is wedged, no good. Rebound fought for, claimed by State. Sherrill, a great job getting a hand on it, but they're going to say it will belong to the Bulldogs as it went out of bounds. You and I, Brian, I believe, thought that Sherrill deflected it. Harris outside to Murphy now, top of the arc. He'll hand it off to Hubbard. Hubbard, hounded by Sears, driving, puts it up, again, high off the window, and got it to go. He is really good, able to get that one to drop. Thankfully, though, he's only got 4 points. 45-24, Bama with a lead. The lob to Cliff, and he throws it home, but a beautiful feed from Art Sears.
He threw it like a quarterback where he thought the receiver was going to end up because Cliff Amore was at the free throw line almost when he threw it. Beautiful pass and finish by Cliff.
Matthews on the drive, down the lane, shot blocked. They're going to call a foul.
Just does everything for Chris Jans.
Matthews free throw up, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, touch last by the Crimson Tide. This first half, State inbounds it out high to Murphy. Murphy working against Cliff, goes right, goes left, stops, spins, fall away jumper, rolls off. Rebounded near side Nelson, and here comes now Aiden Holloway running the other way. Holloway, little shake and bake move, gives it off to Sears. Mark getting hacked at by Harris. Mark driving, stopping, firing. Holloway, deep 3.
Well, you got to pick your poison. You had Chris Youngblood in the corner, had to decide if you were going to guard Chris Youngblood, who's 4 for 5 from 3, or Aiden Holloway, the leading three-point percentage shooter in the SEC.
Bringing it front court. Driving left will be Warren. He'll hand it off inside, and throwing it home for 2 is Keyshawn Murphy. Bama should get the final shot as the shot clock is dark. Game clock's at 20 seconds. Mark has it front court. Nate Oates not using a timeout at the moment, just calling the play from there. Sears will take it top of the arc. Feeds it off. Stevenson into the corner. Youngblood fakes the 3. Drives, dishes. Mo, one more to Mark. Why not? What a half he has had along with his teammates. Buzzer sounds, half ends, and the Tide rolls to the locker room with a 53-27 advantage.
Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, much better start. You know, our number one thing on defense was we got to start with a sense of urgency. I thought LeBaron sense of urgency tonight was way better than it was against Kentucky. You know, Hubbard had 38. First time we played him, he's sitting at, what's he got, 4 right now, I think? 6. He's got 6, which a lot better than 38. So I've sensed urgency on him. We've done a better job taking care of the ball and getting ourselves quality shots, too.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Roger. And thank you to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's, a great partner with us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. They bring us Coach Oates at the half. And what a half it has been. Again, Bama with the ball, front court to our right this time. Sears with it, taking it to the timeline far side. Nate Oates calling the play. Sears giving it to Youngblood, far side. All alone 3, and that one hits off the front iron, no good. State will bring it the other direction.
I think he was shocked nobody guarded him. He was 4 for 5, and he was wide open.
Harris misses a 3, rebounded by Amori, and Bama will come the other way. Phylon to Sears between the circles. Mark driving, stopping, throws it into the low post, or tried to. It was knocked out of bounds, though. Some moisture on the floor. Inbounds goes in the corner, Youngblood. Back to Phylon on the wing. Phylon tried to force a pass to Nelson. It was stolen by State. They'll drive in, they'll lay it up, they'll miss. And then the rebound's batted around and controlled by Nelson for the Tide. No harm, no bucket, thankfully, after the turnover by Bama. Tide goes inside to Nelson, lost it, saved it, threw it away off of a State player out of bounds.
Has struggled shooting the ball against this Alabama defense. That wasn't great defense, just a missed layup and missed putback. Alabama fortunate on that possession.
Sears with it on the near wing, drives into the lane, stops, backs it out to Phylon on the wing, back to Mark. 6 to shoot. Down to Cliff in the post. Lays it up and got it to go. Rattled it in for the bucket. And Amori with a nice 2 right there.
Yeah, that's one of his first post-ups in an Alabama uniform, late shot clock situation. He looked good doing it.
Dogs answer on the other end with a post move of their own. Murphy able to get it to drop. He now has 8 points. Sears for 3 near side. That's way off the mark, but he goes right to Youngblood, who had his shot attempt blocked. Saved by Nelson, but controlled by Mississippi State. Dogs run the other way. Hubbard finds it. Traylor Murphy, he throws it down. 55-31, Alabama with the lead. You know, they've cooled off considerably. That would have had to have happened.
Defensive end, and that looks to be the case.
Bama looking to inbound it. Does. Amori back to Sears. Mark on the wing. Gives it over near side Nelson. Going to the rack. Able to finish for another big slam. Grant with 4, both on thunderous dunks. Nobody
picked him up. Aggressive move and another throwdown for Grant.
State goes inside, lays it up for 2. Melendez, a nice feed to Harris, who lays it in. Here's Sears with the basketball. Out to Nelson, back to Mark. Thought about a 3, now will drive. Gets to the rim, off the glass and in. 59-33, Bama with 17:30 to go. State on the far wing, 3 is up and missed. Rebounded on the weak side by Murphy for Mississippi State. Murphy dribbles to the top of the arc, hands it off. Melendez going to his left, stops in the lane, needs help. Gives it over to Murphy, about 12 feet out. Goes in the lane, spins left, spins right, and scores off the glass.
Pretty good defense by Cliff Amori, but Murphy able to hit a high degree of difficulty shot at the rim.
Holloway. Now Sears. So good when he's so good. 17 for Mark Sears. Bama takes it away. Nelson giving it off to Mark, and a foul in the backcourt. Sears with the basketball, giving it off to Holloway. Now to Sears. He'll drive right. He'll stop, throws a bounce pass to Nelson. Back to Sears. Driving, dishing. Holloway for three. Too strong. Rebound on the near side by Kugel, and State will come the other direction. They went zone that time, didn't they, BP?
And they did to end the half. Alabama typically scores out of it. Got a great look, just couldn't knock it in.
Hubbard misses the fall-away jumper. Rebound batted around, picked up by Mo. Now Mark will bring it ahead. Mark leaving it for Holloway. Thought about a three. Instead, will back it out himself. Feeds it to Youngblood. His turn. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound run down by Nelson. To Sears. To Holloway. Over to Youngblood. He'll let it go again. He'll make it this time.
Don't want to give him two opportunities. Alabama gets the offensive rebound, the unselfish play by Aiden Holloway. He had a shot but recognized Chris Youngblood all by himself on the right wing, and he knocks down another three.
Bama by 30 with 15:36 to go. State working it inside, spinning, shooting, missing, rebound tip twice. Kugel able to save it, looking for help, finds it. They get it to Melendez near wing. Melendez on the drive, in the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebounded Nelson, and Bama runs the other way. Here's Sears front court. Mark driving right, spinning away from trouble. Off of a screen, Mark will go down the lane. He will have it blocked out of bounds. Murphy. I think we got a chance to see some quality minutes from him. We would have seen a dunk from him if Jaron Stevenson had seen him earlier, or the second time that he came open on that inbounds play. Now Bama works it to Holloway between the circles. Holloway looking low, nothing there. Has it, feeds it near side. Stevenson for three. Said everybody else is having fun. Why don't I try it? Another bank first three for Alabama, the 14th on 27 attempts tonight.
Great look. Alabama goes to Jaron Stevenson. Alabama playing with so much confidence on the offensive end, taking care of it and knocking down shots.
Hubbard, a rare open look, but able to knock it down. Stevenson tried to get there, but was just a split second late. Here's Philon for Alabama. Working between the rings, goes to his left, goes now to his right. Kicks it in the corner to Sherrill, who hands it to Holloway. Holloway back out high. Philon, a deep three. That one's no good. Rebound tip, fault forward. Stevenson tried to save it, but it's knocked away and stolen by State. They'll work it ahead, near side. Hubbard again for three. That one's too strong. Rebound tip by Sherrill, but controlled by Matthews of State. To Kugel, around they go to Hubbard. Hubbard working away from traffic. To Kugel, top of the arc for three, no good. Rebound claimed by Sherrill. He'll hand it off to Philon, who brings it front court. Bama 68, State 38. Philon on the drive for the tie. Kicks it in the corner. Stevenson, another three, another make, another bank first three, and they're getting their money's worth tonight, folks. That is now the 15th on 29. Bank first three-pointers.
LeBaron and Philon getting in the lane, setting up teammates. We saw Mark Sears do it in the first half. Right now it's LeBaron and Philon handling the ball, making plays.
Bounce pass goes inside to Nwoko into the corner. They'll try a three, and knocking it home was Jones for State. 71-41 Bama. Holloway, shake and bake move, driving the lane, lost it on the way up, got fouled.
Because they're going to have this type of performance be in Knoxville. And not that you're looking ahead quite yet, but like we said in Austin, Texas a couple weeks ago when Alabama was up big, you might want to save some of these threes. Alabama did not shoot it well in the next game against Auburn.
Hubbard will try a deep three off the bounce, no good. Rebound tipped into the corner, run down by State. Melendez, corner three ball, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds with 10:50 remaining in the second half. Driving in and scoring off the window is Kugel, excuse me. And now it's a 30-point game again. Bama the commanding lead. Holloway way outside, couldn't get it to go, and the rebound goes out of bounds.
Nate Oates in his press conference said he was upset with him. He passed up a couple of open shots, should have shot it more.
Kugel off the bounce, tries the three, wouldn't go. They'll call a foul on Holloway, and that will be 3 shots upcoming.
But he's doing it on both ends of the floor, and love to see these guys respond to hard coaching. He gives his guys so much freedom on the offensive end, but demands so much out of them, and I love it when they respond, which Mark almost always does.
Kugel makes 2 out of 3. Bama comes the other way. Cliff in the paint, throws it over to Mark. Fakes a pass, now gives it off. They get into the corner. Youngblood for 3, no good. And a rebounding foul is going to be called on Mississippi State.
Be shocked if they did. They're getting after it on the defensive end. Alabama's got to be strong with the ball.
Bama will inbound it to Cliff. That's a good idea. Throw it up where he can get it. Now here's Youngblood. He'll try a 3. That's a good idea. Throw it to him where he can shoot it, and he makes another bank first 3 for Youngblood. Now 22 points on 6 of 10 from 3.
That possession took a while. A couple of times Mississippi State knocked it out of bounds, but ultimately got what you want, a Chris Youngblood wide open 3.
Youngblood rebounds the miss by State. Bama runs the other way with Sears on the wing. Gets it into the paint, throws the lob. It hits the rim, and State will get it, come the other direction. Warren tried to leave it for a teammate, but it was stolen by Sears. Now to Phylon, to Mark. Let it go, baby. Too strong there. And the rebound's tipped, fought for, saved by the Tide. It'll be Sears again. He missed another one. Let's get him one more. Oh, can't. It's controlled by Mississippi State.
Love the looks. A miss does not deter him. Keep shooting good shots.
Ball thrown up near the rim, deflected away by Cliff. The Tide drives in. Youngblood gets hacked.
Your seniors. And it's an old team like that, and you see that leadership so important this time of the year as you're trying to compete for a championship.
2 free throws good. Youngblood knocking him down. He has got 24 on the night for the Crimson Tide. Bama leads at 78-45 with 10:50 to go. Kugel working left side, almost fell, kept his feet, threw it over onto the right wing to Warren. Into the corner they go to Kugel again. Throws a pass at the feet of a player, and up 30. Diving on the floor is Youngblood. They're going to call a foul, though, on Chris, I believe, coming over the back of Jones. But what an unbelievable effort on the part of Chris Youngblood.
You are exactly right. Up huge in this game. And Chris Youngblood, the veteran 5th-year senior from Tuscaloosa, comes out of nowhere, dives for the loose ball. Love the hustle in this situation.
33-point lead, 10.5 to go, and he's diving on the floor for a loose ball at center court. Inside, Matthews with it, spinning, trying to dump it off. Does to Nwoko. Nwoko trying to spin away from Nelson. Does. Beautiful move to the baseline, able to get the jump hook to drop, and it cuts Bama's lead to 31. Holloway for 3, too strong, rebounded by Sears, takes it to the far wing. He misses, rebound knocked out of bounds. 5 points in the ball game in 17 minutes. Phylon looking, beats the count, getting it to Nelson, hands it off to Sears. Mark driving down the lane, whips a pass into the corner. Stevenson another 3, and he's made 3 in a row here in the second half.
LeBaron Phylon set him up on a couple of open 3s, this time Mark Sears.
Hubbard answering, though, on the other end with a 3 of his own. Alabama with 17 bank first 3s on 37 tries. Sears looking, gives it off. Phylon driving, hangs in the air and gets it to drop for 2.
What a beautiful move by LeBaron Phylon. Shot he hit with consistency earlier in the year, and he's starting to knock it down.
Hubbard misses the 3. They throw it back to him. He's all alone, and he ain't missing 2 in a row. Not against us. Timeout, Nate Oates, and somebody might get their feelings hurt. We'll run it front court, setting up against State's 2-3 zone. Bounce pass to Diabate on the right wing. Mo will pivot. He'll look. He'll kick it to LeBaron in the corner. Thought about a 3. Instead, he'll bring it out, gives it off to Grant, back to LeBaron, fires it over to Mark, one more to Stevenson. They find him, lost it, got it back, shot clock at 6. Jarrett on the drive, into the paint, kicks it out. LeBaron for 3, wouldn't go, rebound tip, fought for, and touched last by the Crimson Tide.
That was a good look. That's one of the few times when Mississippi State, or anybody's gone zone for that matter, that Alabama didn't get a pretty quick, wide open 3.
Melendez with the basketball, hands it off to Matthews. Top of the arc to Murphy. He'll drive, he'll spin again. He'll stop, he'll look, They'll have it knocked away. A scramble and picked up by Murphy. 7 on the shot clock. 6. A runner is up and a thrower off the glass and in. I'm not sure it was a shot as much as it was a heave.
Mississippi State shot under 40%, but they've had several that didn't look good that the result was off the glass and in.
Not enough, though, as Bama leads at 83-55. Nelson driving baseline. Reverse layup. Got it to go. What a move. Tight window there for Grant, but got it to drop. And Alabama leads it 85-55 with 7:48 remaining.
Grant's had a couple of big dunks in this one. Used the English off the glass. Beautiful move from Grant.
Basket. Looking low, nothing there. Throws it out to Murphy. Murphy will pivot. Takes a dribble towards the wing. Now goes to the baseline. Spins in the lane. A bounce pass knocked away by Nelson. Picked up by Sears. Alabama comes the other way. Mark hesitates. Stops. Keeps the dribble alive. Then picks it up as Hubbard hacked him. The lefty shooting 1 plus the bonus and hitting the first free throw. As attempted 11 free throws. Now 12, and they have made 12 free throws.
Got the friendly roll when you're a good shooter. It's amazing how that happens. The soft touch, and it goes down for Mark.
Matthews with it, far wing, gives it off to Hubbard. Fakes a 3, now goes left, shoots a 3 again. Missed it this time. Rebound tipped into the hands of Sears. Here comes Mark running the other way. Over to Youngblood. It is absolutely insane what he and Mark are doing tonight. 27 for Youngblood, 19 for Mark, and the Tide continues to roll on. That is a Bama career best for Chris Youngblood at 27.
And Chris Youngblood's 14th made 3 against Mississippi State in 2 games.
Hubbard.
Lately against Hubbard, but this one well in hand for a long time.
Hubbard looking to trigger it in, throws it way outside. They go to Matthews now, top of the arc. Matthews drives right, stops at the elbow, throws a bounce pass, and a foul's going to be called on Nelson.
A little bit of contact, and State gets it back.
Dogs inbounding it, almost throw it away. They throw it to the back court where it's run down. And bringing it back front court will be Harris. Harris driving right, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Clifford Amore. It's a 55 win over the Bulldogs. State, I said win, it's a lead. It's going to be a win. It's just a lead at the moment. Harris driving, stopping, spinning, handing it off. They'll drive, they'll dish. Into the corner they go. Matthews for 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Murphy, and a foul's called on Alabama. They did call the foul on Holloway, by the way, as the 2 free throws are good, both by Murphy. Great call behind us.
He hasn't eaten either.
Yeah, neat either. Here's Bama going to Sears. Top of the arc, 3, no good. Rebound tip twice, grabbed by Cliff, and he lays it in for 2.
That type of play is making Alabama a better team late in the season. Cliff Amore playing his best basketball, rebounding the ball at a high level.
Melendez for 3, short. Rebound claimed by State as they threw Nelson to the deck. They work it to Hubbard. 1 more left side to Harris for 3. That's no good. Rebound to Melendez on the long second try. Melendez right wing, short again. Rebound Melendez again, goes in, and a foul's going to be called on coming. And that one's good also.
Mississippi State hasn't had a field goal in almost 3 minutes. They've missed 5 in a row, but they've gotten them all back. They've gone to the line and converted.
Line driving, dishing in the corner. Sherrill for 3, too strong. Rebound tipped, fought for and controlled by State. Dogs will push it ahead. New man in the ball game, Martavius Russell. Now it'll be Hubbard on the drive, throws the lob that was too high, and here's Bama running the other way. Line sets up, near wing 3, bottom. That one looked good.
Aiden Holloway to LeBaron Filon playing well. Thought he might give it back to Aiden Holloway. Both guys were open. Bama getting out and running in transition.
Tide leading it by 36, 95-59. Dogs work it into the low post, backing down Nwoko. Into the paint against Sherrill, spins, blocked, but he got him on the arm.
Don't mind those folks heading home a little bit early after watching a dominating performance by Alabama.
Nwoko makes 1 of 2. to make it 95-50. Nelson with the basketball to Phylon. Tried to fire a pass to Holloway. It's deflected and stolen by State. Hubbard leaves it for Melendez on the left wing. Throws it into the low post, and a foul's going to be called on Nelson.
But you know what we haven't had? Can I go glass half full? We have not had an official review.
Free throw miss. Bama comes the other way. Oh, there's an opportunity.
No.
That could have been contact above the shoulders, Brian.
This might be the first game.
Over here trying to get me to take one. First one's up, and it's no good. It's first miss of the night. It was a 1-and-1. Couldn't take it. So hang on, Tom. Hubbard with it. Hubbard fakes the three, drives, shoots a 12-footer, too strong. Rebounded by the dog, spinning hook shot, no good by Nwoko, cleared by Mo. Here comes Mark, and a foul, and by golly, let's pause 10 seconds.
And this
for him. He's also had 3 rebounds, 3 steals. Check in to replace him. He does. Hubbard bringing it ahead for State as Bama leads it 97-61. Murphy on the wing, driving in the lane, puts it up, got it to go over Sherrill. Keyshawn Murphy with a bucket. He now has 16. Holloway driving, puts it up high off the glass and in the other way. It is Phylon taking it to the wing, keeping the dribble alive with 2:50 to go. Phylon crossing over, going down the lane, laying it up, and couldn't get the layup to go, and I don't know why my voice changed. It's 40 to go. Here's Hubbard on the drive into the lane, stops, looks, pump fake twice, shot with the left hand, got it to go. Well, he's padding his stats, but his team is still down 32. Holloway in the corner to Sherrill to Holloway. Holloway near side for 3. There we go. Fitting, isn't it? That's how we get to the century mark. 102-67, and 3 from the wing, no good. The putback is, however, by Melendez. Hustling in after Harris missed from the right wing.
Alabama with 20 made threes in this game. This one, an old school three-point play by Mo Diabate.
Diabate hits the free throw, and he'll exit. And here's Max Skarnowski in to replace him. Great effort from Mo Diabate. 10 points, 11 boards in just 19 minutes of action. Skarnowski, the senior for the Crimson Tide. Driving again is Hubbard, and he'll lay it in for 2. 105-71 Bama. Here's Phylon trying to work away from the defender. They fired in the corner to Stevenson. He'll drive, had it stripped, scrambling, picking it up will be Sherrill to Phylon, looking near side to Max. Thought about a 3. He'll drive, he'll look, he'll feed it over to Phylon. Phylon to Holloway. Bottom.
Telling you, we need to save a few of those for Saturday. Alabama with their 21st made 3. Great ball movement. Aiden Holloway in rhythm knocks it down.
Hubbard throws up a brick. If I was his teammate, I'm not real sure I'd be fired up about him. Here's Holloway again with 1:06 to go. They're trying to run something from Max. He'll set a screen. They'll throw it to him. He'll drive, pump fake, shot, blocked. Here comes State the other way with Murphy going down the lane, hands it off, and they'll slam it in for 2. Martavius Russell getting the bucket. 108-73 Bama. 48 seconds remaining.
And Holloway running offense, trying to get the ball to Max.
Sherrill for 3. It's another one. 22 of 45 from 3. Bank first, and then some.
Aiden Sherrill been a little bit cold from the three-point line in this game. One of the only Alabama players that has, and he finally knocks one down.
Hubbard misses the 3. Final 30 seconds, and Hubbard's not even going to run to the other end of the floor. Phylon will dribble it out. Final 15 seconds of this ball game. The Tide will not try another one. 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1, and Lord help, strike up the band. Was awfully popular. A 3-rammer jammer night ain't bad either. 111-73 is your final. The Tide rolls to another win. Alabama now sitting at 23-5 on the year, 12-3 in the league, with Florida's loss all alone for second place in the league race with 3 games to go, 2 behind Auburn, with a matchup with the Tigers still to come in the regular season finale. Post game in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
By Cook's Pest Control. Give pests the full court press and call Cooks today to protect your home and business from pests and termites. A moment ago in the Crimson Tide locker room, Chris Stewart joined by the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Nate Oates.
Coach, congratulations. You wanted a quicker start. You absolutely got one, but I don't know that they ever stopped. It was a heck of an effort tonight in this win.
Yeah, no, I thought our sense of urgency to defend Hubbard at the beginning of the game was significantly better than the first time. You know, I thought LeBaron was really good on him. Some other guys came in, did a good job. Sears did a good job on him when he was on him at times. You know, Sears was moving the ball, had 21 and 10. You know, obviously see why. It was great for us. Second time, I think he had 7 threes the last time we played them, yeah. So he shot it really well both times. You know, we moved the ball well against them. You know, obviously scoring 111, making 22 threes, good offensive game. I thought defensively we were there in the first half. We still got to get that sense of urgency no matter what the score is. I was a little unhappy with giving up 46 in the second half, but really good first half on defense, all around great game on offense. You know, only 11 turnovers for the game. I think we had 7 or 8 at the half. I remember right. So second half, we didn't really turn it over, moved it around, and scored it pretty well in both halves.
Coach, there's a lot of guys we could talk about, a lot of stuff we could talk about, but I thought maybe one of the most indicative things of the whole night, about 10 minutes to go, you're up 33 at the time. There's a loose ball at midcourt, and Chris Youngblood's diving on the floor to go after it. I thought you were going to run out and hug him in the middle of the play. I mean, it was unbelievable effort on his part, which was kind of what you got the whole night. Yeah, I think he's trying to set a tone. You know, I think you saw him kind of trying to encourage some of our guys to play better defense in the second half. So he's been a really good leader for us. He's trying to set the tone of what this is supposed to look like. That's what it's supposed to look like. Grant Nelson was diving on the floor the other game. The save Grant had right in front of our bench last game. He had another one tonight. Like, those seniors, as hard as Sears is playing, you know, Cliff didn't have the rebounding game he had. Didn't get the minutes he got either with us being in the lead. But, you know, with his rebounding last game, I think those seniors are sensing the season's coming here, you know, to a close, and it's time to pick it up, and I think they're doing that. You got one more home game, but before you do that, you got a trip to Knoxville this weekend, and that's a great team as well, Coach, but another opportunity to take a step forward and to very much stay in the SEC race. And you may or may not know by now, Florida lost, so you're all alone right now in second place, still 2 games behind the Tigers. I'm assuming Tennessee won tonight? I believe so. Yeah, Tennessee's good, obviously. They were ahead. They play hard, they play physical. They're, I think, number 1 in the country in defensive efficiency on Ken Palm. So, you know, we're going to have to take care of the ball. Our offense is going to have to be really good, but we're going to have to get stops. Our offense is a lot better when we're playing off stops, so our defense has to be elite when we play these guys, and we're going to have to lock in. You know, we'll give them tomorrow off. We'll come back Thursday, have a good practice, make sure our legs are fresh after a lighter practice Friday, go up there, and we got to be ready to go. Thank you for the time, as always. Congrats again on the win. Thanks. Appreciate it, Chris. Roll Tide.